3, 2, 1.
Clap! Sorry, I have to say clap while I clap, otherwise it doesn't actually come through my mic.
You're autistic, it's fine.
Leave that in, yeggog.
I'll leave that. And welcome to the Softlock Cafe. Let us see what's on the menu this week. New format, and by new, I mean this is what the format is always going to be.
This is the format. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, while I would be sick to fly out to North Carolina every other week to film the pod, I ain't doing all that, so...
We're going to make it big, and then we're just going to get a streamer house together, and that's going to be the play. We're just going to be in other rooms, and we're going to Tyson at it up and break each other's Maseratis. I'm for.
Exactly. I was like, no, fucking... so you live in North Carolina, I live in Missouri. We're going to get a fucking, find a halfway point, in Illinois, and then we're going to get a fucking streamer house there. So that way we both fly to it.
It has to be somewhere in Tennessee, right? Not north.
You're the only
it would have to be south.
I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know. I guess Chicago sounds awful. I've been to Chicago. It's terrible. They have terrible taste in food. They put jardinera on their sandwiches, and then they dunk it in this broth. It's so wet. It's so gross. It's so it
is wet, but it sounds gas. I haven't tried it, but it just sounds straight gasoline.
I'm gonna be honest. It was way too wet for me. The bread was too wet. The bread disintegrates and becomes the consistency of bread that you don't want. You know what I mean? Like chicken pot pie that's been sitting for a little bit too long, and that crust is just kind of grody a little bit. You know, that's where I'm at with that. All right, you railroaded right over my joke that I had for you, so I'm gonna tell you my joke now.
Oh boy,
what do you call a cute girl pegging her athlete boyfriend? What do you call a cute girl pegging her athlete boyfriend? Look me in my eyes.
I don't know. What do you call a cute girl pegging her athlete boyfriend?
Chicken jockey. Woo! Chicken jockey, baby. Minecraft movie dropped. Yeah.
I hate you so much. Fucking. So fun fact, I teach middle school. Sunday into Monday, I literally did not go to bed because I was staying up working on a spreadsheet for Grub Buds, the other podcast that I do. Episode 200, Bonanza we're doing. I made a spreadsheet of every item we've ever ranked ever. And fucking, so I didn't sleep because I was working on that. Because once I hit 4 a.m. then I wake up at 5:20. I was like, I would be doing more harm if I tried to go to bed at this point. So I just rocked it out. My homeroom made me want to lose my fucking mind. It was literally just, I am Steve, lava chicken, chicken jockey, over and over. Flint and steel. And then they fucking, this one kid keeps saying, it was gas. The movie was so gas. And then another kid was like, don't you mean the movie was gassed? And I was like, ugh. But me being me, because I've been playing Minecraft longer than these kids have fucking been alive, I was like, can you explain it? I don't get the joke. What do you mean when you say it's gassed? It was bad? It made you gassed? They're like, no, gas, the mob. I was like, what mob is a gas? What do you mean? And just let them sit in their cringe of how fucking awful they were being. No, explain it. It's so funny. I promise. And I was losing my fucking mind. It was also an insane day in general because my ride, they had texted me Thursday. They're like, hey, by the way, on Monday you're gonna have to ride the bus in the morning. I was like, sure, you got it. I'll take the bus. I fucking get down to the bus. I stop and I get some energy drinks on my way to school, and then I'm fucking sitting there waiting for the bus at 75th and Troost. I'll fucking dox the bus stop I go to. It's not anywhere close to my house. I have to walk a while to get to the bus stop.
Write that down.
I'm just fucking sitting there scrolling on my phone, and a car goes takes off for a red, and another car just comes in and slams into the fucking back of it. That shit bounced. I was like, what the fuck?
It was bouncing on it.
It was bouncing on it.
Just like my spine.
I'm like, am I fucking hallucinating or just watch this car crash? Because there's no damage on either car. It slammed into the back of this car going 10, 15. Not a scratch on either car. And they're sitting there what do we do? What do we do? In the middle of this fucking intersection. And so then eventually they oh, we should probably drive off into the post office and then try and exchange information instead of trying to do this in the middle of the fucking intersection. And then instead of the normal bus, it was a shuttle. So it was 4 seats on each side, maybe. Very small bus. And there's just a dude who's hey, whenever you want to get off, just let me know. Instead of pulling the thing, being boom, next stop. And just physically tell the guy, it's hey, this is my stop. And he was the nicest bus driver I've ever had. Like, he's an actual fucking goat. Because we had just driven past this dude who was sitting on the fucking, like, on a bench. And he was like, fuck. And then he, like, turned around to go get this guy. I was like, I have never had a bus driver ever. I've been standing at stops sometimes, and the bus drivers go, boom, fucking sucks to suck. And then I never see that bus again.
And that's a DEI bus driver. This administration is looking to get rid of bus drivers like that, wasting our damn tax dollars.
You're so real. We did vote to keep funding the buses, kind of. Fares are free right now because we voted for them to be a while ago. Fares are no longer free, and they're also reducing the amount of routes that are going to be running. Fucking, we are gutting the public transit system. Don't you worry.
Didn't you hear though? $1 trillion military budget approved this year, $175 billion more than last year, and they were like, "We're going to reduce the." See, like, sorry, would you have more of your story to tell before I derail it with politics?
Not really, other than that when he looped around, he didn't loop around far enough, so we had to loop around a second time to come fucking get this guy. And then he was like, I'm sorry if I'm making anyone late. And I was late for work, but I was like, he's being, like, a nice guy, so I'm not that upset about being late to work.
No, I'd report him. Put him in the dirt.
But also, if we want to keep playing inside baseball, I do have fucking, the fucking... You were talking about the 1 trillion military spending, whatever. We have like $500 million that we're just not fucking using for anything because they're trying to get the Royals to move downtown. It's like we're fucking all of like the things that the city actually needs so we can get a new baseball stadium. I'm like, actually, fuck off.
That is crazy. That could be like a hospital. That could be like public roads. That could be like safe.
That could be like funding the fucking buses so that way people can get to and from work.
It could be like 20 McDonald's franchises. Like
true.
Genuinely. I don't understand why we're not spending all of our money on McDonald's franchises.
Especially because the Royals can fucking afford their own goddamn stadium. Like, the Chiefs are also trying to get money from us to get a fucking stadium. I was like, y'all have 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. Find the money somewhere. Y'all got it. Promise.
So they gotta pay Patrick Mahomes like $800 million over 10 years or some shit like that. Like it's
Patrick
like the
Mahomes
Shohei Ohtani contract though. It's like they keep
it's
kicking
actually
the rock
not.
down the road.
As far as like quarterbacks go, Patrick Mahomes is like one of the more underpaid ones.
Yeah, well, that's gonna get reworked very soon though. I think he might have reworked it this year. Let me check.
He should be getting paid more, but the fact that he was like, I would rather take a pay cut if it means I can like stay in KC and like have a good team is kind of based.
They did rework his contract as of March 12th, 2025, but it was like you know how when they just give you like a bunch of the money at once to take it off of the overall contract number for cap reasons? That is what they did with him. Yeah. For all of our ball knowers out there. But let me tell you, so like I was watching a video. I could tell you who it was. It was an H-Rock video. It was fine. I watch him for a lot of the economic stuff just because he's been pretty good about the economic stuff. Sure. You can cringe if you want. I don't really, I don't care that much about all the drama that he's gotten himself into. But basically, he said the majority of our spending has to be cut from one of 4 B's. It either has to be from the interest on our loans, it has to be from Social Security, it has to be from Medicare, or it has to be from the military-industrial complex. And no one's ever touching...
real tough. Yeah, real tough choice there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, no one's ever going to touch Social Security, right? And you can't touch interest on payments. No,
Trump's
you can't. Even Trump can't do it. He can talk about it all he wants. He can't do it. He cannot do it because that will like everybody the age like 40 and up will just leave the country en masse. We will have a max exodus of Trump supporters killing themselves and blowing their shit off smooth. Like,
oh no, what a fucking tragedy.
Like straight up. So it's Social Security, it's the military industrial complex, it's also interest on loans, and we can't cut that because that would tank the value of the dollar, which, fun fact, the Trump administration this week has just talked about how the dollar does not need to be the reserve anymore and how the dollar as a reserve is bad. And I mean, we could talk about an hour about how that would just completely destroy our economy as a whole, because the fact that the dollar is the reserve is the reason the dollar is worth $1. If you know what I mean, it's the reason why it is the the international currency. So as soon as it's not a reserve, it's not backed by anything, and it's fucked basically. So we can't get rid of the interest on loans, and then the last thing remaining, you guessed it, Medicare. So we've just cut, I think, like 85% of the Medicare budget in the past week. So
Let's go, baby.
Shout out MAGA, dude. It's what some people voted for.
Dude, fucking, I hate, well, this isn't what I voted for type bitch. It's like, yes, it was. Everyone was like, hey, if you do this, these very specific bad things will happen. And then when these very specific bad things are happening, people are like, but how could anyone have known? What do you mean?
Project 2025 is fake, dude. It was only written by his chief of staff, and the forward was written by the vice president, and like everything in it is a stated campaign goal that Trump has stated before, you know. But it's fake, dude. Trump has nothing to do with it. They told you. Sorry, yeggog. Sorry for that one, yeggog. That definitely peaked.
Hey, your hair's looking good. Tell me about that.
I'm gonna blow my shit off smooth. So I had.
We need to have some sort of like sound effect that we just default play when one of us talks about blowing our shit off smooth. Because I doubt YouTube's gonna.
Yeggog, I got you. I'm gonna blow my shit off smooth. That's the sound you play instead of me actually saying it. Just say that. Or do you mean that, like you have to do like an unalive thing where you change?
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna need to censor that in some sort of way to get any sort of ads.
No, thank you. Maybe me saying
unalive
yourself. Maybe we do that, but not. I think we're good on blow your shit off smooth. I think we get that past the AI bot censors.
Actually, I'm gonna wrap my bike around a tree. So.
Actually, I'm gonna drive into oncoming traffic. Well, that's a good bit. How many ways can you describe
unalive
yourself without getting flagged by demonetization?
Jesus Christ. That video goes crazy in the algo.
That video goes absolutely insane. How many ways can I describe unaliving myself before I get demonetized? It's like literally TikTok gold. But so I have long hair, as you know, as most people know, but I don't normally have long hair. This is the longest my hair has been in my entire life, like ever.
Cringe.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't go to the barber more, honestly. Your shit getting out of hand, but so I wanted to like address it because my head is heavy, right? The summer is coming up. Shit's about to get real hot, real spicy for me. And so I decide, all right, I'm gonna call up the hair salon appointment. But before I do that, I want to do a little bit of research, right? I want to look into this, and I want to go like, what kind of hairstyle do I want? And I come up with
low taper fade.
So I don't leave me out of that, okay? Don't bring that into this house.
You can't lead this podcast with chicken jockey and then get mad at a low taper fade, okay?
Just leave that at the front door, all right? It's like we don't have shoes on in this house, we don't have low taper fade on in this house, all right? What if Ninja got him? All right.
But he did. It's the crazy thing.
So I'm doing research and I end up on like a bunch of like 90s Johnny Depp photos of like him with like the kind of long hair, not like the up and back like ooh, I'm a edgy dirty like rebel guy, you know. It's not that at all. It's more like the like kind of like the chill Johnny Depp, like right before Johnny Depp in Pirates 1, like 3 or 4 years before that, like 2001 Johnny Depp is what we're thinking here, right? So
Sure.
I've got this in my mind. I get a couple of different images that kind of like lay it out, and I book a consultation at the spot. I'm not gonna blow the spot up, even though I should, because you know we're all gonna leave 1-star reviews. But I don't know. I'm less mad now than I was 4 hours ago. But I'm still heated. Don't get me wrong.
However, will they survive 3 1-star reviews? Me, you, and Yeggog?
I'm at a 5 right now. At a 10 earlier, I was at like an 8. I aggressively shut that door behind me, and it had springs, so it like didn't really slam in any way, shape, or form, but it felt good to me. But so I booked the appointment and I go up. It's just like a consultation because I want to talk. I've never gotten a really good haircut before. I've only ever gone to like Sports Clips, Great Clips, and like my mom. So I go in for a consultation because I just want to talk about like what the hairstylist thinks that good hair would be for my face shape. I want to talk about all different kinds of things like that. So I get in there and I check in. I'm like, yo, everything's cool. I'm here like 10 minutes early. That's fine. I just wanted to, be there. It's today. So it's I was like gonna look to see what day it was. It was this morning. So
Literal hours ago.
the appointment was at noon. I show up at 11:50, right, and it's packed for some reason. Mostly with like middle-aged women because I've gone to one of those hair salons and not one of the ones that the middle-aged men go to. So
You're not going to Scotch and Scissors.
Fun fact: that is quite literally the name of a barbershop in Charlotte.
It's a chain.
Oh, it's a chain. Okay. I didn't know that. I'm not a real hair cutter, chat. I don't know ball. So I don't know what chat I'm talking to, but I'm sitting there, right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, bro. And I'm like looking up, and like people are coming in, people are coming out, and I'm just like
coming in.
I wish they were coming in, but they weren't, is the problem, to get me. They weren't coming for me. They were coming for everyone else. And so it gets to be about 15 to 20 minutes past my appointment, and I'm like, I'm not the type to cause a scene in the thing, so I'm not even asking, you know? I'm not even like, hey, what's the problem? Because someone has already come to me one time and been like, they'll be with you shortly. I know that they know it's a little bit unreasonable already. But at this point, I'm just like, I don't know why the fuck I even got out of bed this morning and like drove away from my job. Took time, took my lunch break off of my job for this so I could pull up and for them to waste my fucking time. So I stood up and I walked out. I was so upset. I didn't say anything to anybody. I just got out and went in my car. And I was like, I'm so fucking tired of these fucking people. I yelled. I was screaming in my whip. I was like, I cannot. Like, I just want to get my hair cut. I just want somebody to care about my hair. Because it's just like no one has ever cared. And no one ever will care about my hair. And it's just a problem. Because no one cares. See? You don't care because you're bald. Maybe yeggog will care. I don't know. But nobody fucking cares about my hair. And that's a problem.
If I'm bald, then why does the picture that I sent you in the group chat exist?
Oh my god. What picture did you send? Jesus Christ. Is that you?
It's me with hair! Yes.
You know what? I'm so glad you went bald. Yeggog,
yeah, for real. Yeah, I was like, go ahead and slap it up. This is me like sophomore year of high school.
Oh my god. I'm so tilted, dude.
Tilted Towers, where are we dropping?
Like what? Like is this everybody's experience? Have you ever been to like this wasn't even like a super classy one or like a super shitty one. It was like a middle of the line. It felt like average. You know what I mean?
So even when I did have hair, I'm fucking lazy. So I would like get my yearly haircut because my hair would get to a length where it was starting to annoy me. And I lived across the street from a barber when I was in Westport. It was called Rehab. It was fucking great. I walked in and I was like, hey, I need a stylist. And then they were like, congratulations, Jackie has an availability. She will be your stylist for the next 4 years now. And then I went to Jackie like once a year until I went bald. And then now if I ever need anything to like get my beard touched up or anything like that, one of the guys I play Yu-Gi-Oh with is a barber. Shout out Bodega Brooks.
Shout out Bodega Brooks. So yeah. What my plan is moving forward with the hair stuff is I'm gonna keep letting it grow out for now, but I was looking up places in Rage after I got done at my appointment to see like what I could possibly do to save myself from the heavy hair. And there's like this LGBTQ plus friendly salon or like barbershop that I'm gonna check out. And like while I myself am as straight as can be, I feel like I am less likely to be ignored and treated badly at a place like that than at a standard like middle-aged white woman barbershop or salon. You know what I mean?
One, this is stolen valor. Two, you can just say
stolen valor. What? You have to be LGBTQ plus to get in? Who's gonna check the card at the door? Are they gonna check my gay card, bro?
I'm gonna fucking email them by like, don't let this person join.
Oh, you're my ops, my actual ops. No.
Also, what flavor do you have? I saw you also have a bag.
I have sour heads. I found it at Ollie's on a pallet, like for $1 per bang. So I got 12 bangs for $12.
Yes, sir. The hotness.
Sour heads though. I like sour things. I'm a big sour guy. I just had a bunch of sour jelly bellies, and I'm getting my sour flavor kick.
Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I got blue raspberry. I had the sour ropes one that we found at Academy that I thought was like North Carolina exclusive. We have it now. You guys got it before us.
What Supply was the big bang scandal they had where they like listed they had like something that they didn't actually have, or if they did have it was like pretty trace amounts? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The only thing I can think of is that people are like, why the fuck is there pre-workout in bangs? It's like,
Oh
why does
no,
my
that's
whole
like the
body
draw.
tingle when I drink a bang?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. So it was the super creatine claim they had. They claimed that they had like
Creatine is pre-workout.
yeah. Well, I didn't know that. Sorry, I'm not a real weak man over here. Sorry, weak boy. I'm a
Yeah,
DEI.
I'm the epitome of fitness over here.
I'm literally a DEI white guy, but
The epitome of fitness dick in your mouth.
they had like super creatine on it, and it claimed that it was 20 times more effective at reaching the brain than other forms of creatine, and can cure conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. So they basically had the absolute most outrageous false advertising claim possible on their Bang Energy cans, and they're owned by Monster, so like probably Monster's fault ultimately for this. But you hate to see Red Bull take another dub, honestly, after Suzuka. It's crazy. But Z, speaking of Suzuka, Z is like a new F1 fan. How did you feel about Suzuka? How did you feel about that race as a whole for my real F1 ball knowers?
One, fucking, of course we get 3 races in a row with Williams getting points. Why wouldn't we? Never seen an era where they didn't get points every race.
Well, you've never seen the era, but
Exactly. That era doesn't exist. Williams
I
stays on
remember
top,
Latifi.
baby. But fucking. Shout out Aston Martin getting dead fucking last.
Those are our ops, chat.
We hate a fucking Aston Martin. It was so funny too, because like he was like 30 seconds behind 19th. Bro was just out for a fucking leisurely stroll at that point.
Yeah, we're cool. We're cool with Alonso, but Lance Stroll, we're not very cool with. Alonso, he's like that old guy on the porch in the rocking chair. Like, you're not gonna throw rocks at that guy. You know what I mean? He's already got it rough enough. His wife died 16 years ago. He's just sitting there waiting for himself to die, hurling slurs at passing by walkers as his neighbor slowly turns more and more gentrified.
Really?
What? Sorry, was that? I might have been pulling that from somewhere personal there.
Yeah, I was like, so anyway, describe your relationship to your father.
No, but you're a Williams fan. You're a big
I'm a
Albon
Williams
fan. They
True.
actually hate Williams, I think. They keep assessing them with fines. Carlos Sainz got like a 10,000
I saw.
pound fine for shitting.
Yeah.
You've never
Like
been
it-
a real shitter unless you've been fined 10K for shitting. That's like Sainz has got real shitter cred now.
Yeah, bro had like fucking diarrhea, so he's shitting. They're like, well, you weren't in your spot for the national anthem, so get fucked, I guess.
It's like, bro, we've had like 4,000 years of Japanese national anthem. They can miss one. They can just they don't need everyone. You know what I mean?
Well, that like Max Verstappen can run fucking Lando Norris off the road, and they're like, yeah, no, that all that seems kosher.
Yeah, that
Nothing to
checks
see
out.
here.
I think they gave up on trying to moderate that corner that everybody was shunting. I didn't see any penalties come out, and I guarantee you, Sainz shunted that corner 3 times, dude.
It was 3. It's fucking insane.
like
That's why, like,
nothing.
No. I was like, I don't think I'm actually a Williams fan. I'm just an Albon fan because holy fuck, science makes me want to drink. Because he showed it the first time, I was like, this is why I don't really fuck with Sainz that much. And then they showed it a second time, and you guys were like, damn, Sainz really fucking biffed it, isn't he? I was like, this is the second time he biffed it because I bitched about how much I hate him the first time he biffed it.
And then, unbelievably, a third tower hit the corner. Or a third plane, actually. Not a third tower.
God damn
Oh
it.
god, a third tower! That was the Pentagon, actually, wasn't it? The Pentagon was the third tower.
Speaking of the third tower, at least twice this week, you fucking Discord messaged me. Fucking while I'm at school, it's like, hey, you're gonna watch this Nintendo Direct? Because they had the Pokemon one, and then they had the fucking Switch 2 one. And holy shit. The Switch 2
Donkey
one.
Kong, though. But Donkey Kong.
It's
It
in the
is
Mario
90.
Odyssey
It
engine.
is $450, and games are $90.
Producer Yeggog here. Oath is gonna keep saying $90 a bunch of times, and this is because when the Switch 2 was first released, there was this screenshot that showed that in some region, Mario Kart World was 80 euros digital, but 90 euros physical. And to be clear, that is not the case in the US. You can go online now and pre-order a physical copy of Mario Kart World for $80. The $70 games for $70. There's no $10 upcharge for physical. He has continued to argue with me that some games will probably be $90, so I was kind of right, or that some games are $90 with the DLC, which of course, games games could be any amount of money with the DLC, so that doesn't mean anything. So he could have just said, "Oh yeah, you right," but he decided to argue with me. So now I'm like ranting about him live on the podcast and derailing everything for over a minute. So well done, good job. But anyway, so that's what's happening there. Is that the games are not $90 as far as we know. Maybe eventually they'll raise the price during the generation. That's entirely possible, but as of right now, there is no confirmation that that is going to happen.
But Donkey Kong, but Mario Kart, you can play the cow, and the cow has articulated udders. And you can ride on the wall. Look at one of the Mario Kart stages. It is Donkey Kong level. It's a Donkey Kong level. Look. Ooh, we got fake Zelda.
I can't believe they fucking like the design active choice someone made to make the udders fucking do that is insane. they had to have a meeting on that, and everyone walked out of the meeting like, yeah, no, this is what we should do.
I was in that meeting and I was like, why don't you make that cow's nipples like me off 2 whiskeys? That's like it. And they were like, oh my god, he's a genius.
Say less.
You get to play as like the cactus from the desert. The like, I forget what you call him, like Spiny, I think is what they call him. You get, what other games did they announce? You get like a Silksong!
Yeah, it's just a fucking
Silksong. The most insane 9 seconds of my life, other than your mom last night, was Silksong in the middle of the direct. Was crazy. They like had it in the middle of a sizzle reel between a farming simulator and an anime game, and I felt like I got whiplash, dude. I was like, what?
Did you ever play Hollow Knight?
Wait.
Did you ever play Hollow Knight?
I have played maybe the first 10. The first 4 hours, maybe 10 times. Yeah.
Sure.
It's crazy. I've never been able to get past the guy who slams down. He gives you the power where you slam down. I beat that guy, and then I just couldn't figure out where to go from there, so I stopped playing. You a Hollow Knighter?
Baldur's Gate. I'm not even a little.
It
has like a cultish like fandom.
I am going through like a big Metroidvania thing where I'm trying to really understand Metroidvanias because I haven't played a ton of those in the past. I've played OG Metroid, Metroid Prime, 4 hours of Hollow Knight, and so I'm excited for Silksong. I'm excited for more of the Metroidvanias down the line. Like Super Metroid, I hear is one of the greatest of all time. Excuse me. Castlevania is one of the greatest Metroidvanias of all time, so I'm super stoked to try out.
Wait, you mean
one or two.
The 2 games that give you the name of the genre are good representations of that genre?
Yeah, there's also a more modern one, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, that I'm super stoked to try out. I think it's like a 2D, like Castlevania, but more anime style centric game. There's also Nine Souls. Moist Critical put me onto that one. Charlie is like a big Nine Souls guy, and I think it got absolutely snubbed at the indies, or at the all of the indie awards. It got basically no awards, but it's super sick according to Charlie. So, and Charlie has the exact same game taste that I does.
But what do you know about fucking Guacamelee 2? I don't know why my fucking brain just blanked on that.
You're the Pokemon guy. How do you feel about Pokemon being 60 FPS for the first time since I was in my daddy's balls?
Yeah, pretty much. It's the first time since the 3DS that the fucking or is it the regular DS? I think
since
it might be the
I
first
was
time.
but semen in my father's penis.
Yes. Looks cool. Fucking there's the here's the whole thing, right? Game Freak, they started off as like this cute little indie company. They had great ideas. They had a cute little low graphics game. Everything was sick and nasty, in a good way. However, as they've continued to expand, they're still really good at being the ideas guys. They are not the most talented programmers, which is why
the C button stands for chat now.
Which is why they've been kind of dog ass technically since they. So you could argue that X and Y, because X and Y, if you try to emulate them on an emulator, it can't because they had to do so much back end fuckery to get it to run not dog shit on the 3DS. It was one of the hardest ROMs for us to be able to crack on an emulator. It's just because of all the weird fuck shit they had to do in the background. And so the fact that we get a Pokemon game that looks good, new Mega Evolutions, let's go, 26 of them. I'm fucking hyped.
They getting like Mega Butterfree or some shit now? That's my goat.
No, there's no Mega Butterfree. We have Butterfree G-Max, so that's always been a thing.
I'm not buying it for $90. Pieces of shit, dude.
Had to look. Did they take that?
Like, just make my Pokemon Mega. It's not that hard.
I was like, I don't want to get into like spoilers territory because we have the full list of Megas leaked. But that's not what.
Isn't everything about that game in like half of Gen 10 leaked because they had like the big Typhlosion is a rapist leak, and that was like all of that was a part of it or whatever.
These came out in different leaks, but yes, there was the like someone downloaded all of Game Freak's entire like fucking hard drive. Because they just signed in with Bro's password and they're like, cool, let me download everything.
I mean, honestly, that guy's gonna go to jail for a long time if Nintendo has anything. That guy might get murdered. That guy's like sweating in his basement right now, still waiting for the hitman to show up.
Yeah. Again, I call me crazy. If I ever have a company that has like, bajillion terabytes worth of data, if someone tries to click the download all button, I'm gonna have something set in place to stop that shit. It's like, no, you can't download everything we've ever done. What do you mean? Why do you need that?
We would not have Toy Story 2 though if we didn't allow that to happen. Think about what would happen if we didn't allow someone to download the entire Toy Story movie and take it home. And then you delete the entire server on accident, and they're like, yo, I've got a backup from last week right here. And then they, like, spend the next 17 years singing your praises about how we wouldn't have Toy Story without this one person. What if he was Nintendo's Toy Story?
But there's a difference between, like, downloading this one movie that I'm actively working on and downloading everything that company's ever done ever.
Wouldn't download a company. You wouldn't download a company is all I'm saying. So this game, this Nintendo game, Pokemon Legends Z and A, is gonna be $90, and from my personal perspective, I think this game looks like ass. They made like Pokemon unfun. They put them into like weird wild zones, and like there's gonna be Pokemon around the city, but like it feels like a Pokemon game based around one city is like the antithesis of what a Pokemon game is in and of itself, which is the whole point of like exploration and mystery. And I'm sure they're going to do the thing where they like Sector 7 of Midgar, Sector 3 of Midgar, and they have their gym leaders for each sector or whatever, but I think that takes so much of like the mystery and mystique away from it, from the game itself.
So in Legends Arceus, there was no, because they've done a Legends style game before where you're like in third person. Your Pokemon have like different like combat styles. You either move quick or you move to hard. I forget what they fucking call it, fierce, ferocious, something like that. So like they've done all this shit before. But yeah, like the whole thing was like you got to explore ancient Sinnoh and it was fucking cool as shit. Whereas
it has a ton of mystery.
Yeah. Whereas this is you are just going around Lumio City. Like you're helping with like renovations for a hotel or some shit. Like I haven't read like any of the story leaks. I've just read the Mega Pokemon that got leaked.
I mean,
so I'm not, like,
and that's what they're talking about for this game is the hotel restoration side quest. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. The hotel restoration side quest is the main quest.
That's the main quest.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh my God, Celeste Chapter 3. Welcome back. Holy shit.
I was like that and the fact that you fucking get 2 Gen 2 starters and then fucking 1 Gen 5 starter is crazy. They said
pay $90 for that.
Fuck. No, because I don't know.
Like if you had $100, would you spend 90 of it on that, or would you spend 90 of it on like some Bojangles?
I would definitely spend 90 of it on some fucking Bojangles or Popeyes. I need to have them both. Fly them both in so I can try them side by side.
Be fucking for real. You don't need that. Be for real for 1 second, dude.
I do know, and you don't like what I know.
See, your Popeyes must be like a top 10 Popeyes of all time then, though, because unless it's a top 10 Popeyes of all time, it's not beating Bojangles. That's just the way of the road. Bojangles, bar none, is the best fast food chicken restaurant. Like, bar none.
It's Popeyes is pretty fucking good, dude. But Popeyes, I would say there is a lack of consistency with Popeyes in general. I would concede to that. But their peaks are fucking peak.
Their peaks are peak. Their peaks are peak, but Bojangles' peak is peak too. Difference. So, we want to do a little bit of BluePrince convo.
What the fuck is BluePrince? Prince did Purple Rain, actually, dumbass.
Well, so this is Prince's new game. Actually, he released it posthumously.
The artist. Posthumously?
artist-
You want to try that again?
Formerly known as Prince, now known as King, released a Blueprince.
Incel.
It actually dropped April 10th. Today is the day that we're filming this, and it is like
Docs.
a cell-shaded roguelite puzzle game with an Outer World style mystique to it. So I'll read off a little description. It says, "Welcome to Mount Holly, where every dawn unveils a new mystery. Navigate through shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in this genre-defying strategy puzzle adventure. But will your unpredictable path lead you to the rumored Room 46? Upon reaching a closed door in Mount Holly, you decide what room appears behind it, and each decision shapes your path as you navigate through the manor. Every door can reveal new and exciting chambers that contain their own unique challenges and secrets, but be careful how you draft each room. For each day, the manor's floor plan resets, and the rooms you saw today might not be the same rooms you see tomorrow." And like the roguelite,
didn't Northern Lion do something
unless he
like
did it today, no, because it just dropped today.
Yes, but like a pre-built version of the like an alpha beta.
It could be. I have no idea if he did, but the game right now is on sale until April 20th, which is going to be before that this comes out, so it's irrelevant. The game is $27 USD, or it is like $35 USD when it's not on sale. And the reason that I actually brought it up today, because two developers I really respect took to the streets on X, the Everything app, my favorite
National Socialist
ran app of all time. Gonna have to bleep out that word, actually. That we actually have to bleep out.
National Socialist.
Twice now. It's a fun fact.
Sorry, which word are we bleeping?
National Socialist.
Okay.
Third time. So local
also,
Thunk,
yes, he did in fact play this game.
Okay. So maybe there was like an early access build that they sent out to him, but Local Thunk.
I'm familiar for once. I know what you're talking about. Let's go.
Local Thunk, the Balatro dev, said he thinks that it is the best game to drop this year so far, and the Inception developer Daniel Mullen said it was the best thing he played this past year. So Balatro dev and Inscription. Why did I? Damn it! I typed Inception. The game is called Inscription. The Inscription dev said that's the best thing he played this past year, and Inscription was one of my like underrated games of, I think it was 2022 that it came out. So definitely, like, two big respected devs have said that it is one of their best games of the past year. So I'm probably going to be playing that on stream over the next, probably on Monday, actually, of next week, because I'm going to try to knock Kazan out. But
so it is nice to see Christopher Nolan finally weighing in on video games.
yeah, so check out BluePrince, where it is a roguelite puzzle game. And you might find the rumored Room 46. # not an ad.
Yeah, I was
Nobody
gonna say,
pays
why
us
the
for
fuck
this.
are we reading this like it's a fucking ad read?
It's not an ad read, but it's like, that's how I was, I don't know. I was just trying to sell it because I think it's cool, and I want everybody else to think it's cool too.
So are we gonna do like an indie game of the week, basically? And this is our indie game of the week?
This is definitely our indie game of the week, but I don't know if I would call Expedition 33 an indie game is the big thing. It's definitely like not a AAA, but a AA game. So, but I will say I will probably never put a AAA game as the game reviewer, the game of the week that I'm trying to push to people.
Did you guys hear about this new Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out? I feel like not a lot of people have been talking about it.
You know, you can play a black samurai. That's not controversial.
No, not at all. I can't imagine the gaming community having anything negative to say about that.
Yeah. Grums on Twitter, silent. Fun fact.
Silent.
That Twitter account, never silent, surprisingly silent on this game.
Dude, the fucking official Assassin's Creed page slam dunking Elon Musk was so good.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's funny. We should talk about that. So Elon Musk streamed Path of Exile 2 recently too.
Yes, he did.
I don't know why Elon decided to do this. This is like the dumbest thing that Elon could have ever have done. But he decided to...
So I know that I admitted to having my account boosted, but let me prove to you guys I'm not washed.
Yeah, so he boots it up on hardcore and dies to the tutorial boss like 6 times, never gets past the tutorial boss, and the entire time people are making like burner accounts named like Ashley St. Clair, Mao Zedong, like President Trump, and they're like typing to him like, you ruined this country, please jerk off Trump so he has a heart attack. This is Ashley St. Clair, please pay child support, this is the only way I could reach you, so I bought the closed beta for Path of Exile 2, or the open beta for Path of Exile 2. It's just so funny, and like you could see progressively throughout the stream as it just got to him more and more, and he got less and less emotional, or like emotive, and stopped talking altogether in the last like 20 minutes of the stream, until he just like clicked the in stream button out of nowhere. It's like me and my midnight depression streams he was distraught. And I swear, I don't know if this is real, but like every couple of days, I see a Twitter post that says like, report, Elon Musk actively heard sobbing again today. Like,
I hope so.
I hope it's real, but it's gotta be fake. I'm not gonna get like one guy on Twitter, but like every time I see it, I'm like, good. I'm just like, yeah.
You guys are so mean to me. All I'm trying to do is take away your healthcare and destroy the Department of Education, and you guys are just being mean about it. And make sure I secure the bag for my 50 million government subsidized businesses.
At least he's not a TikToker running for Congress. Did you see about that?
Damn, what a smooth transition. You want to say her name for me?
Kat Abughazaleh.
Yeah, the Abughazaleh.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Then it's the new AOC.
Yeah, basically, I fucking got her on my Twitter feed. She's from Chicago, and her whole platform was basically like, man, the Democrats fucking suck. I'm tired of this. Oh, we got to stop the Republicans, and then not stopping the Republicans. And it's like her whole thing that she's running on. She's like, imagine if
maybe next time.
Yeah. She's running from Illinois. She's in like the 19th district or some shit like that.
How do you pronounce the S in Illinois?
To be annoying. 9th congressional district, sorry. It's a fucking Chicago suburb. Yeah, no, it's fucking one. I like seeing just like younger people wanting to get involved in the government, because the fucking like median age in our fucking government is too goddamn high. But then
60.
also, secondly, fucking I do hate, honestly, seeing like the Trump thing really set off. Like, we're gonna see so many fucking like celebrities in politics now, which is frustrating.
Dr. Oz just got confirmed, dude.
Yeah, he did. Dude, fucking, I don't want to talk about it. He also like actually tried to be involved in politics before.
Yeah, he got washed though in the election, like bad.
Yeah, by fucking Fetterman.
Which is so funny because Fetterman is basically a Republican anyways. like the Republicans just didn't need to run in that district because Fetterman's got them covered, you know?
Fucking the Washington Post posted something. It was like Fetterman on being the loneliest Democrat in DC. It's like, oh, you mean being a Republican? Crazy.
I feel like it would probably be the trans woman who literally cannot use the bathroom that they want to in Congress because of like literally specifically targeted laws that are passed for them. Like shit like that. I feel like they're probably the loneliest Democrat. I don't know. Maybe it's Fetterman, the guy who had a fucking stroke and turned Republican. I hope he has a fucking other one in a video game.
Stroking his shit, Jesus Christ. There's so many just like direct threads that we've made this episode.
That was not, it was, okay, listen, if I'm in Minecraft and Fetterman has a stroke, that's a good day for me. I'm chicken jockey. Lava for Fetterman. Lava Fetterman. Yeah.
Right, thank you guys for tuning in to the last episode of Softlock Cafe, as it turns out.
No, but so this TikToker, we could change the subject. Everything's fine. So this TikToker, what is the likelihood of them overcoming the incumbent, or is there no incumbent, or is it like a step down situation?
It's a safely Democratic district. The last person won with a 68% vote in 2024. So it is going to be Dem v Dem. We don't have to worry about like fucking weird Elon Musk throwing $300 million at a fucking
It's Illinois, so
Illinois.
Also, that was a Supreme Court race. He threw that Wisconsin Supreme
Court
race, and he lost too, which is funny.
It's so good. God bless the fact that
R.I.P. that money, even though he probably makes it back in like 2 days on the stock market.
So the real thing, chat, go and comment down below. What TikToker do you want to see in politics and why? Or a celebrity in general. Who do you think would like actually be good at it?
I can't wait for the Logan Paul like Congress run. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
The fucking Logan Paul versus Dwayne Johnson for presidency in 2032 is going to be crazy.
You know, it's becoming less and less ironic that Dwayne would do something like that. Like, it's starting to become kind of like...
You guys ready for your mandated fucking Terramana shots?
Okay, listen. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Put in the work. Put in the power and take what's ours. Black and Samoan in my veins. My culture banging was strange. This is the game. So what's my motherfucking name? Rock! What you gonna get, though?
I hate that you know all of that. Two, did you see he got fucking flat because he released a fucking hair, like a hair care line?
Oh, yeah. And it's
like listen, Baldy.
That shit.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
He's like, I had the best scientists figure this out, though. And low-key, you hate to see a bald man win, but it actually is a good hair product, is what I've heard.
Papa Tuah, the goat.
Yeah, I've heard Papa Tuah is actually really good. So, I mean, like I said, you hate to see a bald man win, but...
All right, next week, we're gonna fucking both get Papa Tuah, and we're gonna try it out, see what works.
All right. What the fuck do you know about knees?
Knees?
Yeah, what the fuck you know about?
I know that you need some bitches.
All right, well, it's getting to that point in every podcast when you got to teach somebody something. So I'm gonna teach you a little something here. Do you have my screen share up?
I've got it. Yeah. What the fuck?
All right. So I am a knee hater. I hate knees. I hate kneecaps. I think they're dumb.
Big knee guy.
No, I hate knees. I absolutely hate knees. They make me sick to my stomach. Actually, I'm so over knees. So
Why do you hate knees?
For the uninitiated, well, listen. This whole
uninitiated.
This whole fuck you. This whole presentation is based on why I hate knees. So listen, I'm gonna tell you.
That's
all right.
Cap.
For the uninitiated,
like
what are knees? Do you know what a knee is? Do you know what a knee is, Z?
It's a joint in your leg that connects your femur to your radius.
All right, thanks, Google AI. Well, what are knees?
Actually, I don't know.
Fuck you. Actually, fuck you.
Something.
Actually, just fuck you. I'm not telling you what knees are. If you don't know what knees are, go to class, teacher boy. All right. So
we don't teach anatomy. It's not outside my purview.
Reason number one that I hate knees. The knee doesn't actually control anything it does. It just sits there. Everything that the knee does comes from your hips or your ankles, right? The only thing that a knee actually does is sit there and look pretty. Like the ankle controls all of your knee, all of the movement from the knee, and the hip controls all the movement from the hip. Like, all right, your hands up. What's up?
Hey, Teacher Oath. I looked it up. The femur connects to the fibula.
Okay, you're gonna get a gold star for that. Thank you.
Do you know what the fancy word for kneecap is?
Kneecapulus.
It's patella.
So sick. Thank you for contributing in a way that really added to this presentation.
Sure.
So
tell me more about the stupid idiot who's completely controlled by the hip and the ankle.
So yeah, these kneecaps they're just stupid idiots. All right. The little loser can't even go horizontal. It can only rotate forward and back like this. The arrow is up and down, I know, but imagine it is like this. This is the only way a knee can go. Imagine I'm Mewtwo King at a Smash event. That is how a knee works, okay? That is literally
a very specific visual.
And everyone in chat's gonna know. Yeggog, throw it up. So it's just, I'm ill at kneecaps. The more I'm getting through this presentation, the angrier I'm getting. It's bullshit, right? It gets injured super easily. Think about it like this. Is your hip weak? Oh, guess what? Bad knees. Oh, you got little baby ankles. Uh-oh, that's right. Rip your fucking knees. Oh, you ever even thought about your ACL? You had a dream about your ACL? Gone! It's gone! I'm sick of knees, and that's why I hate knees. But the thing is, I have a solution to this problem. I'm going to solve knees and kneecaps for us right now because they're so useless and they break and injure so easily, right? My solution is this. Babies. Well, Okay, not that baby. This baby specifically. This baby. So here's my plan. That baby. We are going to do something 100% ethical, 100% farm fresh, 100% cage free. We are going to solve this knee problem. All right, here it is. We take all the knees out of the babies. They don't even need them. They don't walk. They don't crawl. They just sit there. Stupid little babies, and they don't contribute anything. We take the knees out of the babies, and we put them in all the other humans, and it's not my problem who gets it first, because I'm just the ideas guy. I'm not the guy who's going to figure out all the nuances of who gets knees and who doesn't get knees, right? Beyond just getting them from babies, let's take them from the dead. I'm spitting. Take them from the dead. Margaret Thatcher, rest in piss, doesn't need her fucking knees. But you know what she does have? Her bones in the ground. Let's dig up Margaret Thatcher. Let's take her knees. Let's dig up all the dead people, desecrate the graves. They don't need knees. All right, your hands up. What's up?
So 2 days ago was the anniversary of Margaret Thatcher's death for those who celebrate.
All right. Shout out. This is the anniversary of Norm Macdonald getting to eat fried chicken for the first time in months. All right, so we take the knees. We take the knees from the babies. We take the knees from the dead people. Now, what do we do with these knees? Because, like, one knee doesn't equate to one knee. You know what I mean? We're going to have to get a couple of those knees. What's up? What's up?
I'm afraid for the image on the next slide.
So you put them in the blender, is what I'm thinking. And
the knees go in the blender?
Yes, we put the knees in the blender and we make something called knee paste. We're not, see, the thing is we're farm fresh, we're ethical. We're not taking the whole baby. We're just taking their knees. We're taking the section of their leg that they never use and is already barely useful anyways. We're taking that part, right? They don't need it. And the dead people, they definitely don't need it. So we just got to get rid of it and make sure there's no dirt when it goes into the blender. All right? Now, I know you're asking, how many kneecaps to a blender are we thinking? I'm thinking we put 5 kneecaps in per blender for a nice ratio. Now, once we have our once we have our kneecap dust or kneecap paste, if you will, because I do think there's something. You
specifically did say paste.
Well, it just depends on if you add water to the mixture or not. Some people may add water, some people may not. It's like Pfizer versus Moderna versus Johnson & Johnson. There are going to be different
Pfizer formulas. Again?
Pfizer.
Don't ever fucking talk about my Illinois again.
This is not why we're here right now. We're here to solve the kneecap problem with babies and old people. All right? So here's the deal. Once you have all of those kneecaps ground up into a fine paste, you just compress it like those super cool compression videos. Have you ever seen those cool videos where they crush the soda cans or the bees? You just take all of that paste and you put it in the thing, and in the mold inside of the compressor is just going to be shaped like a kneecap mold, and you press it down as hard as you can and you get super knee. That's how I'm solving knees. Thank you for tuning in to my teaching lesson. I'll see you next week where I teach you about why the fuck Margaret Thatcher is a dumb bitch. And that's why I think kneecaps are bad. What do you think about that, students?
I have so many questions. I don't know if you've ever noticed, I walk on my toes. So I actually don't bend my kneecaps a lot. So like while my back might be going bad, my knees are fucking chilling.
Okay. Oh,
I'm down to donate my knees to the cause, is what I'm saying. Gently use kneecaps.
Yes, and we will take volunteers. I didn't even consider that there would be volunteers. I didn't consider that. There will be many volunteers. We're going to send out a survey first to MAGA people, and then we're going to send it out to the blue states after, because they've got better education systems and are less likely to say yes. So, coming to a Mobile, Alabama near you. Kneecap replacement regenerative survey with adrenochrome baby kneecaps. And that's just another way we're doing it better.
Sponsored by kneecaps.
Brought to you by SlimJim.
This is what fucking Big Knee doesn't want you to know.
Actually, SlimJim didn't want to sponsor this one. They were like, this is too far. Even SlimJim did not want to sponsor. They were cool for the Suck and Fuckathon. They were not cool with a baby adrenochrome kneecaps. Unfortunately, that does not play well with the CEOs. So what is your last topic that you have for us today?
I mean, usually we end with the lesson, but
and that's what's been on the menu. Thank you for tuning in to the Softlock Cafe. We're gonna have a great episode for you next week. We'll see ya.
I hate
and
it.
Any final words, Z?
Fucking talk to her forever.
Talk to her forever, baby! Woo! 1,000-year supremacy. See you next week.
I can't believe she was like, oh, fucking Z and Oath are launching their fucking podcast. We gotta bring Talk to Her back. Fucking, she is worried. She knew that our fucking viewers would get soaked up, like dry up. She knew she would be washed if she didn't come back. Because we were just gonna absolutely cannibalize the Talk to Her population.
I'll see that bitch in crypto hell. Coming soon from Softlock Cafe, the new crypto meme coin, Cafe Coin. Bingo!
Invest now, definitely not a rug pull.
See you next week.
See ya.